Hey YouTube, it's your boy Big G back with another review. And recently I finished watching the TV show called The Witcher. Now, there was a lot of talk about this TV show because it's one of the first things, not the first things, one of the few things that were created out of a video game. So it was a video game, still is. You can buy the video game. So it was a video game and now it's a TV show. And it features Henry Cavill, aka Superman, as the Witcher and a certain other characters. I think it is a really good TV show if you can understand it and if you like sort of monster hunting, sorcery, magic, kingdom, middle, you know sort of those type of things. If you like those type of things, then you'll like this TV show. Now, there are sometimes it is a bit stretched and it is a bit dry, but every episode brings a new thing. Every episode is could stand alone to be its own thing, of course. So in that sense, you can jump into any episode, but there is a main storyline to it that you need to understand, and for you to understand or anyone to understand, even me, you need to watch it from the beginning. Now, let's talk about spoilers. Now, in terms of spoilers, I think the biggest issue, let's say, I have with the TV show was following it, because what they did was initially they showed how a kingdom was being attacked, and then this girl is very special, and then she has to run away, and it's only being attacked because of this girl, because the opposition wants this girl, and her grandmother and grandfather are the king and queen at the moment. Her parents are dead. I realized that a bit later, um, because the thing that they do is every single time they show the girl, it's the present, and every single time they show the Witcher, it's the past. And I didn't catch on to that until like the third or fourth episode, because I was confused. I thought they would just be, showing the storyline up front. It wouldn't be back and forth, or if it was going back and forth, they would give me some kind of timeline. Now, there's no indication of place, first of all. Like, they only talking, let's say, oh, this kingdom or that kingdom. So you have to remember the names, and the names are sort of long and confusing. That was another issue. So you have to, like, remember the names per episode. So unless you're marathoning it, it's hard to do that. Plus, you have to remember names of the kings and queens, because that's how they refer people to as well. Now, in terms of The Witcher, they follow the Witcher storyline, I think it's a sorceress or a mage, I think, her storyline, and then this girl's storyline. There's three different storylines. The girl's is the present, the other two are the past. Now, it goes back and forth, and then also shows how the Witcher meets the mage and other mages and other kingdoms, and how he goes around, and then finally comes to the point where it links to that girl, how he was in that kingdom, in that one kingdom where he stopped the queen from doing something wrong, and actually convinced the queen to be like, okay, you have to consider and have to obey destiny, sort of, and allow for his request of the surprise thing to happen, and let this weird creature pretty much marry your daughter. And as soon as that does happen, the creature turns into a guy, because he's cursed. He was cursed. And then in return, the new future king, let's say, gives a promise to the Witcher, and then Witcher's like, it's not a big deal. I don't give a shit about this, whatever. And he asks for the same thing, and pretty much creates destiny, because of what he asks of the future king and queen. He is bound to this girl, and then because of that, new things happen. Like, this kingdom that it's in ruins comes to pretty much power, and then they do stuff pretty much. Now, I didn't have an issue with, of course, the kingdom coming to power, but then everything ties together, which was a thing I really liked. Everything tied together. The Witcher meets the mage. The mage's storyline is that she rejected this poor kingdom and then went to the rich kingdom, and then the rich kingdom fell, but then the poor kingdom rose, and now it's threatening everybody, and now she has to stop them even though she doesn't want to. Character was a big thing. The mage, of course, her character developed much more than the Witcher. The Witcher sort of went from not feeling anything to feeling love. However, I wanted The Witcher to be a bit more powerful because in many instances, The Witcher felt like he was weak. He was more, let's say, mortal than being, let's say, powerful and what, like I can kill anything at any time. Don't cross me. Don't cross my path kind of thing. Um, so that was sort of a downfall, like a second downfall. But how everything tied together finally, that made sense. How all the three characters are linked with each other, that made sense. How love is not just given out just because they're attracted to each other, that made sense. The bond between the girl and the Witcher was another thing that I was hoping to see, but I think we'll get to see that in the second season. So I think overall, this whole thing, the whole season, for me, was an 8 out of 10 because of the issues, because of the confusion, because of the character development and everything. Anyways, guys, if you've seen the show, let me know what you think about it. If you want to see it, if you're planning to watch it, I do recommend that you watch it. If you do like certain things that I have said that you should like in order to watch this particular show. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.